Hi folks, Stefan again. I'm just going to continue from where we were. Apologies for the delay last time. I've been sick, but we should be able to move on nicely today. Here's what we're aspiring to make here. Let me just preview in Safari. That's this fella here. So it's just the IACT exercise, then with a bit of styling on it, and then what we're going to do is arrange these around. Okay, so I'm going to close that. So where you should be is you should have this fella here. So I'm going to get started straight away because I can try and keep this under 10 minutes. I'll try and go fast, and then you guys, if it's a screencast, you guys can play bits over and over again. And of course, as always, don't hesitate to send me an email. Right, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to preview this, and I'm going to leave this up in the browser because it will be easier for me to read. And I'm going to press Alt and Tab and jump over to Dreamweaver. And I'm going to jump over to my other one, not the Cascade finished, just the regular Cascade one. Okay, so let's look. We've got a grey background, so that's what we'll do first. Now, that background is applied to the whole div. You can see that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on my div tag like that, and you can see that there's div is selected in the code. And I'm going to jump over to my CSS styles, excuse me, and make a new one. Yes, it's an ID because I'm applying this ID to my div tag, okay? And a header is fine. Now, let's format it. So we'll give the font that one. Choose whatever one you want. I'll leave the font the way it is. Now it had a background color, didn't it? Kind of a darkish gray. I'm going to choose that one. And I'm going to say, what did we have now? Oh yeah, the font was white. Now in the box, I think, yeah, padding, it needs some padding. So I'm going to give it 10 pixels. Apply, okay. Let's jump across. Not far off. Okay, it's a bit darker, this gray thing, so let's change that. Select the div. Go down here, pencil to edit it. And here's the background color. Yeah, see, I spend hours doing this, tweaking, making sure things look the same when I probably shouldn't, because we have to keep this under 10 minutes. Now, there's my asterisk, Control S. And the next thing is the Stefan is in a different color. Now, this is where what I called the important text, I think, in my finished file. Let's have a look. So if we select that bit of Stefan, we can jump down here and we can see that there's a class called important spanning the word Stefan, and then that span is closed. Yep, so it's called important, so I might as well do it now. So the idea was that any important text in our document would be highlighted. Okay, so here's Stefan, and a new class, so I jump down here, class, and we'll call it important. So make sure that you select the right thing here now. You know, ID, last time we were applying an ID to the div tag. This time we're applying a class to the text within that div tag. Okay, and this one's called important. Okay, the font, I guess I'll keep it the same. Now, leave that. The font color had a kind of a gaudy orange, which really stood out from that grey. The font style was it italic? I think it was. It was. And there was some kind of variant, was there? There was a text transform. It was all uppercase, I think. Let's try that. Why isn't that there? So sometimes it doesn't apply to things, right? So if your class doesn't apply to something, don't panic. Select your class, or select where you want your class. Jump down here, where it has your properties in HTML, and look at class, and we want to choose important. And then when I click away, there she is. So Control S, I'm going to jump across to the web and see what's next. Understanding the cascade. Jump back across. So this guy, well actually, it's only this guy needs a class. But this is, I think what we're going to do is, if I go down here and hit new, let's see what comes up. Yeah, okay. What happened was this is a div tag with content inside it, and Dreamweaver has seen that I've selected the heading, which is a H1, which we formatted earlier on. So it's going to give it a div ID of content h1, which is perfect. So it's almost like we're reformatting the h1 of the content, which is what we want. Okay. So what I'm trying to say there is that sometimes Dreamweaver will give you names and will pick the right thing, and sometimes it won't. So, oh God, I have to remember what I'm trying to do. Right, white text. White with a background of light gray. Apply that. That's nice. I'm going to edit that because I'm not happy with the font. The font has to be that kind of boxy font. So I'm going to jump down to edit. I hope I'm not moving around too quickly for you. Font family. And this is the fella I like. Apply. Okay. Now, it needs some padding. Jump over here. Now, this is what I like to do. What I did with the first one, I gave it a padding of, this guy, I think I gave a padding of 10. Now, this is the main one. So the next one wants to be not as important as this. So we'll give it a padding of 5. So it'll be half the size. And we'll just keep it consistent. It will look clean, but it will look a little bit different as well. It won't look as important. So jump across the next one. Lorem ipsum is simply dummy text of the, that's fine, printing and typesetting industry. We're going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to come back to that. This is a link. Right, this is an important one. Let's separate that. I click after that and I'm going to space. Yeah, and it needs a full stop. Excuse me. So, to make a link, you select it, you go down, http //www. Always have to do that when you're doing links. .com. Sorry, I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay. Now it's a link. It goes to a certain page, and Dreamweaver puts this underline under it on purpose. We want to change that and format the style of our link. So what we do is we go over here and we create a new style. Content PA, I don't think so. It's compound. It is based on our selection. That's fine for now. We'll go down to here and we'll choose link. Okay. So when you're doing links, just do it this way. Okay. Okay, now let's edit this fella. So the font family, I think I took Georgia. I think so. And what was it? It was kind of a nice blue, so I think it was this blue maybe. I'll try. Now important that you can see here that it's given it that underline. I don't want that underline for now. Okay, so I'm just going to